Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as the Legation Cities, not the Legislation Cities. Thank you to all the comments who have pointed out that I've been saying it wrong throughout my entire Kaiserreich career, and I guess I'm just dumb. It says right there, Legation, not Legislation. Either way, escalation of sectional disputes. In the mere days after the last skirmish, Tajin was wrought again by another gun battle, this time within diplomatic quarters itself. Luckily, the increased police presence prevented the repeat of the last public shooting. Findings in the aftermath, however, quite alarming. Is tension the one who we are supporting? No. We'll intervene here. How to intervene? While it's clear that we have to act, it's less clear on how we should make our move. Various officers in the police force to come forward, but they all want to fall on either two sides of the same debate. You're not the one we care about, I think. So handle this behind the scenes. You know, don't make a big deal out of it. Unless it backfires, in which case, maybe that's a problem, but I don't think it will be. We're sidelining the Westerners in 19 more days. The problem with Japan right now, Japan is at war with the Entente. And that is, I think, pretty bad. Somebody just joined like a faction, but I'm not too sure who it was who just joined. Maybe it was Portugal joining the Entente. I'm not too sure. Either way, if we're going to join up with the Japanese, we gotta keep in mind that we might just get completely naval invaded, like one day. But hopefully the Japanese will protect us in some capacity. So we got improved infantry equipment. Probably gonna allow Manchu troops into Jiangxin after this. So I think it gives us 3 free factories, which is really nice. Seeing as we only have 8, it's a pretty big increase. So it's 1938. What do we want to research in 1938? You know, let's get some encryption. Pretty cheap, only 69 days long. Most of our tech will become available very soon anyways. Within 2 months, we should be able to research more stuff. Unofficial mediation. Discretion, sometimes better option, even if it may not entirely line up with our protocol. Now then, we must choose. We want to go through the China agency, yes. We want the Japanese as influential as possible. Like, we're going to kick everybody out very soon. The Japanese resolved their differences. No fighting? Yeah, fantastic. It just resets it, right? March 2nd. Yeah, no, it actually didn't do anything at all, so that's A-okay. Paraguay falls to syndicalism again. And people are being annexed. Okay. The Paraguay syndicalist. Same with everybody down here to the south. They probably won't join up with Bolivia, I would have to take a guess. But again, we still want a strong international because we want them to be a good counterbalance against the Entente. Because that's kind of who our main opponent right now is. Them and probably Germany at some point as well. Like, Germany's Asia is probably going to want to attack us very soon because we're going to be kicking out the Germans from our... Kicking the Germans out very soon. So we'll get the treaty with those troops. I'm going to send you up to defend this northern city against the Beijing government. How many men do you guys have? We're looking at 14 to 21. You have 16 to 32. We don't have the penalty that everybody else has, right? No, we do not. So we don't have the penalty that all the other Chinese factions have of the negative 50% attack and defense. Our troops should be in pretty good standing. And how long does this last for? So 29th September, so we still got, you know, a while. The Poland joined the Austrian faction, that is A-okay. RPD takes power in Bulgaria. They're the no, they're the liberals, right? I always forget. Yeah, no, they're the liberals. Looks like they might actually be the Ottoman Empire, though. Which would be kind of funny. We'll see what happens over there. So I think the Ottoman Empire is probably going to fall. Hawaii has joined the Reichspakt. But at one point they might actually want to join our faction. We will see. So you all 70-day focuses. You are... Actually, no. Ruling the Germans is only 14. Oh, so we cannot remove Germany from the Legation Cities because we've sidelined the Westerners, apparently. Which I think is a little bit strange. But after that, we'll just occupy the neutral zone. Probably go for the war industries, and then make ready for war. So what else do we want to do on this side, then? Getting them extra money in 50 days seems pretty good. To be able to let all the Manchu troops in. We'll speculate in Kowloon. Then we'll deal with Zhang, and then we'll occupy the neutral zone and make ready for war very soon. It's your fortifications, right? Yeah, it's just all fortifications, but I don't think it's really like that useful. I mean, it'll help us not get natively invaded, but, you know, I don't think that's that important. After all that's all said and done, we'll try to expand the police, or expand the volunteer force, because it gives us infantry weapons upgrade, which I do want. Got a budget in 253 days, but I think at that point, you will probably be at war. Well, not at war necessarily, but... So how's the faction in China looking right now? KMT aligned, KMT leader, Zili leader, Federalist leader, the best KMT aligned as well. You know, so we'll see. We'll try to exploit the weakest link. I'm sure Japan and the Fenian government is going to want to attack into Beijing at some point. Claim the southern resource area. Where is that? Because if it involves taking over me, and the claims of Malaya and the Dutch East Indies and all non-American Pacific Islands, which aren't owned by an ally or a member of their economic sphere. Okay. So you can attack Indochina, you can attack the East Indies. Okay, what do we want to research? Well, probably don't need radar, I think. The port company, maybe? No. It's gonna be such a long time before we even have our infantry weapons upgrade. We'll get you going now. And also get the better artillery. Decisions available. But none of them that I actually want to take, I think. Like, warp support's a little bit low. But I think that's okay. You guys have formed the People's Vanguard with El Salvador. So you guys are probably going to unify at some point. And I think the Socialists are going to win. Probably join the Third International there. Okay, so the Empire of Brazil has formed. Yeah, and Bolivia is going to lose that war. No question about that. So this is going to be an interesting front line for the major war to break out. How many troops does Germany's agent have? 18 to 24. We only have 55,000 manpower right now, which is pretty bad. It's going to take us 178 days to get enough weapons for our new divisions. Because we still only have like one factory, which is kind of a shame. We have a lot of artillery pieces. But I don't want to take anything off artillery. For now, at least. Are we even building anything? Construction. Yeah, so in June, we'll have one more military factory. Not the best, but it could be worse, too. Let's get better construction speed. We also still need to get rid of, the Black Monday effects as well. Which is going to be a little bit more difficult to do. 10 more days for you to be ready. I mean, if we speculate, we get more money, that should give us some bonuses. But I mean, we're not taking a penalty right now either. For a very dense urban region, which I think just allows you to have more building slots in it. But we're not building things very fast right now anyways. So... maybe we'll just kill Zhang Xiaolin right away. So you guys have guaranteed your independence. Oh, you do need both of them. Okay, well, you need both of these to work. What do you need? We don't control Tianjin. Oh, did I give it to them? I did give it to them. Okay. But I did get some factories off the map, which is nice. Okay, we automatically bypass that as well because we no longer own the territory. We might as well establish a TMKDD. I did lose... Was there any like factories in that province at all? I do not remember. Well, we have twice as many civilian factories now. And that's nice. We also built some armored cars, but I don't really think that's necessary right now. What else is happening in the world? Soviet Union. These guys are still fighting a war. Looks like the Kingdom of Spain is probably going to win their civil war. CSA is still looking quite strong. The Beijing government. Like, how many men do you have? You have 30 to 39, 19 to 27. Like, I think if we can get the backing of Japan, maybe we can invade, like, one of these guys and take, like, a bunch of territory for ourselves. I guess some artillery to be a little bit better, because our troops do have artillery in them. So you got to join a Northern Zili clique. Beijing government and Hunan clique have formed a faction together. We'll see if other people do that soon as well. It is going to make any war the Federal government wants to do against Beijing a little more difficult. Like Japan, what are you doing right now? Are you planning on invading anybody new? You're going to support your warlord allies. Okay. Does that bring them into the faction with you? Because that would be nice, but... it just unlocks some more decisions for them to do. I mean, they could issue the colonial ultimatum to Germany. But I don't think we want to be doing that until... oh, the Vanguard actually just completely crushed them. Okay. Well, Guatemala is now quite large. We don't want to do it. We don't want to pick a fight with Germany until the Second Weltkrieg has begun. We still got about a year until that actually is a reality. Italy has joined up with the Austrian faction. Again, not a huge surprise. And the British really are not actually losing as much influence as I thought they would. The Mammalian Society is a collection of various clubs, secret societies and organizations, there's influential men, often Chinese and race mixed background. Society's nationalist leanings is an open secret, and their funding of nationalist organizations is somewhat in the open, though it has never been confirmed true. So you are... follow the paper trail. So we'll see what they're doing. If they're the pro-Chinese faction, I would like to remove them. Yeah, they're the pro-Chinese faction. If we can start an investigation on them, that's fine. Because Japan probably would not want to support nationalist Chinese governments. For obvious reasons. Separation of power. Non-core manpower plus 4%. A lot of resistance growth. A 10% attack is pretty good for your divisions. Hopefully soon, you'll be able to get involved in the everyday workings of China. We got, what, 23 days. No, 33 days. No, 22 days. So you're ready to go. Deploy you guys here. I know our manpower is quite low. We'll only deploy one more division for now. Like, 8 divisions for a country our size, I don't think it's that bad. And we have now essentially doubled rifle production. Which seems pretty good to me. Japan's fighting like a lot of combat right now. Japan. You only lost 60,000 troops. The Entente have lost like a lot. I'm assuming they're trying to ship troops around and they're getting completely sunk. Which is typically what happens. Like Canada has 30 to 40 divisions. CSA has like 100. Like, how do they have so many men? I don't understand. Okay, so National taking over in the Netherlands. That is A-okay, I think. Finland has joined the Internationale. So we got 7 more days until you are good, and then we can prosecute the one dude. The Hutong connection. Our investigations have borne fruit, and the paper trail leads back to none other than Sir Robert Hutong of Hong Kong. Hutong is one of Hong Kong's most influential businessmen, is widely respected in the city and the legations at large. One of the richest men in Hong Kong, Hutong controls much of the city's largest enterprises and was able to expand his influence when the British were partially evicted. What can we do with him? Investigate the KMT connection. Can't trust the KMT in our borders right now. We'll see what they're doing. Probably doing a lot of things if I had to take a guess. So you've gone social democratic. That means we cannot still give the Russians the vote. But that's fine. Would I even want to give Russia the vote in my legation? I don't think so. I think we're basically fine as is. Okay, so yeah, King of Spain definitely is going to win there. Probably the Commune of France is going to be a little bit sandwiched in, which is pretty bad for them. About 135 days. What are we going to want to pick? Do I want to get more money? Because I'm not too sure how many more things in our okay, you'll decrease currency reserves. So it looks like there's like 2 more things that will decrease currency. Which isn't really even that bad. We probably do on the Hong Kong ferry fleets. But I can't buy the neutral zone, only 35. 2 building slots, stability going down. That's actually probably like not very good at all. Like getting the war 2 military factories would be really nice. But we're probably going to go to Hong Kong ferry fleets next. Try to reduce the penalties of Black Monday. So you declared war on Greece. But of course, they're still in the faction. So I don't know why you always try to do that when they're still in the Belgrade Pact. You know, you can probably like wait a year or so. Typically, they will leave the faction. Are we just gonna murder him? I think there's a decent chance we're just about to kill this man. Open Vladivostok. So you give us more money. Honduras has capitulated. Well, Nicaragua is actually doing pretty well for themselves. But they gotta be outnumbered, right? Not really, actually. Not as much as you would think. Okay, so Bolivia is now a puppet state of Paraguay. Kind of embarrassing if you had asked me, but you know, what do I know? So I mean, the international will say they'll have actually a pretty strong base in South America very soon. Japanese warfare will be advanced through us and forward bases. The TMKKD will recruit native Chinese collaborators and provide us with crucial information about the war in China. Question that need to be asked. The initial investigation into the KMT connection regarding Sir Robert is not gone particularly brilliant. The investigation team has been unable to locate any KMT members beyond the usual low-ranking miscreants, all of whom were unaware to the grading workers of the Kuomintang machine. To make matters worse, the KMT appears to be onto us and have since retreated to the shadows. If the investigation is to go any further, we need to call in some help. The China agency is efficient. Okay, call in the China agency. Ask the Japanese for help. Japan, we need your help breaking apart the Chinese nationalist. Please and thank you. How much is the Hong Kong Club going down by? Daily change is only 0.02, unfortunately. And you're going up by 0.03 because of the change of other parties. Beijing, the government's war on the Shaanxi clique. Will they be joining a faction? Perhaps. Or they might just end up being killed. It's one or the other. But I think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If not enjoy, click thumbs down. If you want to subscribe, and goodbye.